Last month, I officially got my third residency. I became a resident of Palau. No visa process, no immigration office. It's through the Palau Digital Residency Program. Everything is done online and it's a legitimate government-issued ID I can use for KYC, online verification, crypto exchanges, or just having an extra layer of privacy when dealing with services. If you're an online entrepreneur into crypto or a digital nomad, you might have heard about this program. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to get this Palau ID, why even people like Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, signed up, and how you can use it to boost your global sovereignty. And after obtaining this residency myself and having worked with clients who are actively using the Palau ID for various purposes, I feel confident giving you all the real information about this program. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here. I'll show you exactly what works and whether this is actually worth your time and money. By the end of this video, you know if this program is actually right for you, how to apply for your Palau Digital Residency, what documents you need, how much it costs, and most importantly, what you can actually use this ID for in the real world. So let's jump right into it. So first, what is the Palau Digital Residency Program? It's a legitimate government-issued digital identity card from the Republic of Palau, which is a small island nation in the Pacific Ocean. You receive both a physical ID card that gets shipped to you anywhere in the world and a digital version that is stored as an NFT on the blockchain through their RNS system. The program launched in 2022 and is designed to give you an official identity document that you can use for various online verification processes. And it's the first in the world to be integrated with Web3 and the blockchain, as Palau is very much crypto oriented. The real benefits is having a secondary government-issued ID that you can use for KYC processes. So online banking, hotel check-ins, age verification, digital verification, and reducing how often you have to upload your passport to a website. It's particularly useful for people in the crypto space who need to verify their identity on exchanges, or digital nomads who want an extra layer of privacy protection. Beyond that, the program also comes with additional advantages. First, it adds an extra layer of sovereignty. Instead of relying entirely on one government-issued document, you now have an additional identity issued by another sovereign state. Second, digital residencies allow you to visit and work in Palau for extended stays. Currently up to 180 days extra, without the need of a work visa. Palau is geographically isolated and safe from global conflicts, so it's good to have as a plan B. Third, the program provides a physical mailing address in Palau, which allows residents to receive mail that can then be forwarded or scanned digitally. Palau has a US zip code post office, and this is huge because it allows you to order from US only retailers like certain Amazon items or US brands and have them forwarded to you globally. And finally, the government has announced plans to allow Palau residents to register e-corporations directly through their ID, potentially with a 0% tax rate on foreign-sourced income. The country is also working on its own US dollar-backed stablecoin to facilitate international transactions as an alternative to traditional banking. The broader vision behind the program is to position Palau as one of the first countries experimenting with Web3 native digital identity infrastructure and blockchain-based governance systems. These features are still evolving, but they show the broader vision behind the program. Now, the Palau Digital Residency Program does not lead to citizenship. This is not a passport, it's not an automatic tax residency, so if you're looking for actual citizenship or pathway to a second passport, this isn't it. So who should consider the Palau E-Residency Program? It's designed for digital nomads, crypto investors, and privacy-conscious people. If you are an online entrepreneur and often sign up for new platforms, opening accounts, and having to deal with verification processes, having a secondary government ID means you don't have to upload your passport everywhere, which reduces your exposure if any of those platforms get hacked. If you're actively in crypto, this ID can be really useful for KYC on exchanges like Binance, Crypto.com, Bittrex, and many more. The program is specifically designed with crypto users in mind, and you can actually obtain your Palau ID by paying with cryptocurrency, which shows how crypto forward they are. For privacy-focused people, having an alternative ID means you can separate your digital identity. Instead of using your main passport for every single online verification, You can now use the Palau ID for less critical services while keeping your primary documents more secure. This diminishes the chance of your data being caught in a massive government data sweep or leaks in your home country. For example, in my home country, the Netherlands, a massive data breach at telecom provider Odido exposed millions of customer data, including passports. Now, this program is not for people looking for citizenship, tax benefits, or immigration rights. It's also not ideal if you're expecting this to work with traditional banking or official government services in your home country. Don't expect this to use at a bank branch or any official government paperwork. So let's talk about what actually works with this ID. And the most useful to me is that I can use it as a form of KYC instead of giving my Dutch passport. Many people use it successfully on platforms like Maxi, Crypto.com and other crypto platforms. The program itself was designed with the Web3 ecosystem in mind, and Palau has been actively building relationships with companies in the crypto industry. It gives more flexibility with identity verification on certain platforms. For example, some countries have placed restrictions on crypto exchanges. In my home country, the Netherlands, certain services on exchanges like Bybit, things like staking or active trading features have at times been limited or restricted. Because the Palau ID is a separate government-issued identity document, platforms like Bybit accept it as a form of verification, and you can then get access to all of those services again. Palau is a sovereign nation, meaning exchanges like Bybit treat it as a distinct jurisdiction with its own compliance rules, which is why it works when your home country is restricted. You can also use it for Airbnb verification, many hotel check-ins, and various online platform signups. And adoption is gradually expanding. Many neobanks and borderless financial services are beginning to recognize the Palau ID under their national ID category. So instead of uploading your passport to every random website, you can now use the Palau ID as your secondary verification document. So this isn't about hiding, it's not about evading anything, it's about protecting and diversifying. I also see a lot of people comparing this program to Estonian E-Residency and wondering which one is better. But the two programs are actually very different. With Estonia's E-Residency, you receive a digital ID card that gives you access to Estonia's online government system. It allows you to digitally sign documents, manage an Estonian company, and interact with government services. However, the card itself does not function as an identity document. You can't use it worldwide and is not accepted as a valid ID. The Palau ID is different. It's worldwide accepted and recognized, it's a real ID card for e-residents. This means again, online platforms use it, but you could, for example, also use it in a local store to verify your age or other situations where an ID is accepted. These things are not possible with an Estonian residency card. Estonia is for incorporation and Palau is for identification. So then how to apply for the Palau Digital Residency Program? I'll show you how to get it step by step. We first want to go to the official RNS website of Palau. For this, you can either click the link in the description or type in buyhassle.com/Palau. This is then going to bring you straight to the homepage where we can see Palau ID, ID verification for check-in, boarding, rental, KYC for various platforms, plus 180-day stay per entry, zero tax imposed on foreign sourced income, and chosen by citizens of over 151 countries. And they're both featured by Tim Draper and Vitalik Buterin, both supporting their belief in individual sovereignty. So from here we can click apply now for $288. Then here we can see some more information about the card, what you're gonna get, what it includes. We can choose our package, so we have the standard package of 5 years. If you're already certain you need this for a longer period of time, you can get 5 years or 10 years. Personally, I went with the trial version. You can always extend it every year. And we have a version for expedited processing, so from here you can then click buy now. Then you want to create an account and the invite code is going to be pre-filled in if you use my link, which is gonna get you a discount later. After that, you'll arrive at the checkout page. Here you can choose how you want to pay. As you can see, what is really cool in my opinion is that you can pay with cryptocurrency. You can see that you then get a $10 discount because the link you used earlier. We can see it's gonna include the Palau ID and service for 1 year, shipping and handling of $50. You also get the legal DID of your existing card you're gonna use and the Palau ID. I'll show how this is gonna work later as well, for a total price of $278. So from here you simply want to place the order and make the payment. From here, you'll be taken to the setup process where you can click Continue Application to start filling in the details of your Palau ID card. This step is the KYC verification process for your application. The first thing you need to do is upload a photo for your ID card. As you can see here, I've already uploaded mine. Make sure it looks good and is a proper passport style photo, because they can reject it if the picture quality isn't good. Next, you need to fill in the personal information that will appear on the ID card. This includes things like your first and last name, gender, date of birth, height and weight, which is interesting because those details are actually printed on the card as well. And then lastly, your hair and eye color. After that, you'll enter in your shipping address, and they offer worldwide shipping, so that usually isn't an issue. Then comes the actual identity verification step. Here you can select your country and verify your identity using either your passport, driver's license or national ID card. Once that verification is completed and validated, your application moves to the manual review stage, where the team performs a final screening. This process usually takes around 5 to 10 business days. For the pricing, I briefly touched upon it earlier. There are several different packages available. The base price for a 1-year ID card is $288, and you can renew it every year for that same price. So effectively, that comes out to $288 per year. If you're planning to use it for a longer period, there are also longer options available. The 5-year version costs roughly $1,200, and the 10-year version costs around $2,340. If you break that down, the 10-year option comes down to roughly $234 per year, which is quite a bit cheaper. If you're already convinced and plan to use it for many years, the 10-year version can be the best value. Just keep in mind that pricing can change over time, so these are the prices at the time of recording. Once your application is approved, the physical card printing process takes another 7 to 10 business days. This is separate from the initial review period, so you're looking at roughly 2 to 3 weeks total from application to having the card in your hands. Again, they ship worldwide, and you'll get a tracking number via email once the card is printed and shipped. The shipping time depends on where you are in the world, but most people receive their cards within 4 weeks of approval. The card looks like a professional government ID with security features. While you're waiting for the physical card, you have immediate access to the digital version through your RNS account. This digital version is stored as an NFT and can be used for online verifications right away, so you don't have to wait for the physical card to start using your Palau ID. One of the biggest misconceptions about the program has to do with taxes. Some people believe that getting the Palau Digital Residency automatically means they now have to pay 0% tax on their income, but that is not how taxation works. Even though the program mentions favorable tax treatment for certain activities inside Palau, that does not mean your income suddenly becomes tax-free. Taxes are almost always based on your country of residence and not the ID you use for verification. So for example, if you live in Germany, the United States or Canada and you open a crypto exchange using your Palau ID for KYC, that doesn't change your tax obligations. You can use the ID for identity verification, but you still need to report your income and assets according to the tax rules of the country where you live. And surprisingly, this is a misunderstanding I see quite often. Some people online believe that if they open an exchange account with a Palau ID, their crypto gains suddenly become tax-free. That is simply not the case. So here's my verdict. Getting a legitimate ID card issued by a sovereign nation for $288 and being able to do the entire process online is honestly a steal, and you can't really go wrong with it. This makes sense if you're active in crypto, you're dealing with online verifications, or you want to reduce how often you upload your passports to websites. It's also interesting if you're trying to diversify your global footprint and try to build a more sovereign digital identity. So if you're ready to get your own Palau Digital ID and take advantage of the benefits it offers, I'll leave a link in the description where you can apply. Using that link gives you a $10 discount and also supports the channel at no extra cost to you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. With that said, have an amazing rest of your day and enjoy your new residency.